Rocky Top. I think that would be a great thing, and then the national championship game would probably be more crazier. You got all the orange out there and stuff like that. So yeah, no, I think national championship or a big rivalry game at the home.
Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. A lot taking place down on Rocky Top this weekend. Baseball team down in Texas had a good showing in the Shriners Children's Classic. Lost on Friday to Texas, kind of bounced back from that. The basketball team wrapped up the regular season with a win over Arkansas, but the only thing that Vol Nation has been talking about over the last 3 days is five-star quarterback Nico Iamaleava and his 3-day visit to Rocky Top. He brought his family, brought his mom, his dad, his siblings. Just a huge recruiting weekend for Tennessee. If you've been living under a rock and you don't know who Nico is, he is a five-star quarterback out of the state of California. 6'5", 195, has all the measurables. He's the kind of kid that can change a program. He could be the guy, if Tennessee can get him to sign the dotted line, he could be the guy that we talk about for years to come for getting Tennessee back where they belong, on top of the SEC. We're going to look through his visit. We're going to break it down, talk about, can Tennessee really land Nico Iamaleava? But as always, do me a favor, go ahead and smash that like button just below the video. It's quick, it's free, it's easy. It helps the channel. Also, if you're new to the Talkin VAWLS Network, welcome. We're not experts. We're not insiders. We're not pretending to be media. We are fans just like you. So make sure you subscribe. Click that bell for notifications. You won't miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. Indy Kid and Dauber will be covering the SEC basketball tournament. So stay tuned for that. Tomorrow night, Tuesday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Going to be continuing the NCAA 2013 Dynasty Series. Hope you guys will join me. We'll talk a little Vol football, maybe a little spring practice as we're just a couple of weeks away. But let's jump into this and let's talk a little bit about this recruiting weekend. This is an article from Rocky Top Insider. It kind of breaks down what Nico went through over the course of 3 days. Says Tennessee fans show love to five-star quarterback Nico Iamaleava. I pronounced his name 500 different ways. It's fine. Most people just call him Nico, but this is from Rick Butler. Let's take a look, kind of follow through what Nico did. You can see posting pictures on Twitter where he showed up, landed in Knoxville. Vol fans show up and show out. And right now, as of now, a lot of people predicting Nico to end up at Oregon instead of Tennessee. He does have a cousin that is on the support staff there. I don't know how much of a factor that plays. He also took a visit to Oregon back towards the end of January. He does have one crystal ball to Oregon, but Tennessee is very much in the mix, and that is one of the things he talked about after the fact, is just how much love this fan base showed him. He was at the softball game on Friday, and then Saturday night he was in Thompson Bowling Arena. And look at the posts on social media. Once the fans realized Nico was in the building, you can hear the chants. We want Nico. He sat down recently did an interview with Austin Price over at VolQuest.com, and he said that was one of the things that he enjoyed the most, was the atmosphere, the "We Want Nico" chants. Said it brought tears to his mom's eyes. What does he want? Does he want to play in the SEC? What does his mom want? That plays into this. Goes on to say here, the article says he is a five-star quarterback in the class of 2023. On3's recruiting prediction machine currently has Tennessee with the third best chance to land the elite prospect at 12.5%. So again, that is the question with this video. Can Tennessee legitimately land Nico Iamaleava? Says they're behind Oregon, who is listed at 51%. Man, I just don't see it. And you know, this thing, we got a long way to go in this recruiting process. I think he's planning to commit sometime in the spring, but it's still a long way to go. Still has visits to take. Tennessee, they got Alabama at 15.1% and Georgia at 11.8%. How much of this factors into what Arch Manning does? Does Arch Manning end up at Alabama, and does it just come down to Tennessee and Oregon? It says here whether he does commit to Tennessee or not at the end of his recruitment, the Vols fan base has been doing everything in their power to convince five-star Nico Iamaleava. Look, this guy, like I said, game changer. I did a recruiting profile on him earlier, but still going to read out his scouting report for those of you who are unaware of just how good he is. The scouting report here from Greg Biggins says continues to get better and better, and his upside is as high as anyone in the 23 class. Has an athletic 6'5" frame and is not just a talented quarterback, but a gifted volleyball player as well. Has made huge strides over the last year in terms of his pocket feel, ability to throw on time and anticipate. He always had a big arm, but can now change speeds, go through progressions, and make accurate touch throws down the field look easy. Has exceptional escapability and is just as dangerous outside the pocket as he is throwing in it. He's always a threat to take off and run for big yards when flushed or on designed running plays. He's a tough kid as well, who will stand in and take a shot, and when he's running in the open field, looks more like a big receiver than a signal caller. Goes on to talk about he's a natural leader with a high compete level and great off-the-field work ethic. Zero character concerns with him, and he's a future captain who other players gravitate towards. There is not a throw on the field he can't make. He's comfortable throwing off platform or being creative when he needs to be, and combined with his rapidly improving football IQ and toughness, has a chance to be a very special player at the next level. Again, Nico is a game changer, but can Tennessee truly land him? What does it come down to? Does he want to play in the SEC? Does he want to stay on the West Coast close to home? What do his parents want? All that is a factor in this. All of that is important, but it also comes down to maybe the most important thing right now in college football, and that is NIL. Look at this picture taken yesterday. Coach Heupel, Coach Golish, look at the car, Mercedes-Benz. Is that a coincidence? Is that a coincidence that they are doing a photo opportunity in a Mercedes-Benz, or is this some type of NIL deal? Spire Sports Group, you know they met with Nico this weekend. You know they sat down and they laid out what Hendon Hooker is going to be able to make, just how special of a kid Nico is, how much he can make. But the big factor in this, Nico is in the state of California. And I explained this in an earlier video. I don't think some of you grasped it. He can be paid as a senior in high school. Now, what does that mean for Tennessee? Does that mean there's some type of contract if Spire Sports Group is involved? Does that mean he has a guaranteed commitment? Or can you invest maybe 7 figures in a high school kid for him to flip and end up at Oregon or end up at Alabama? What does it mean when you have an NIL deal in place for a high school senior, a kid that has not even played a single down of football at your university? But I don't think it is a coincidence that Nico is posing for a picture in a Mercedes-Benz during his 3-week recruiting visit. Jason Swain said it weeks ago, that once we get through the spring and into the summer, we're going to find out that Tennessee is a top 10 program when it comes to NIL. We saw the transfer from Georgia Tech yesterday. I think we are going to continue to see some activity in the transfer portal once we get through this spring. How big of a factor is NIL going to be? I feel like there is a positive momentum with this football program finally heading in the right direction. Maybe I'm wrong. Call me crazy. But we're going to find out just how good Tennessee's NIL when it comes to Nico. Another little thing that he said in the interview with Austin Price, again, he talked about, the love of this fan base and how that was his favorite thing of the weekend. He also talked about uniforms. He likes the black on black. So if you're an old timer and you're upset because of these black uniforms, get over it. The future is now. He also spoiled it, leaked it, let it be known that this coaching staff told him there are more alternate uniforms on the way. We'll see how that ends up. But then he also talked about this Josh Heupel offense, sitting down with the coaching staff and discussing just how good or great he can be in this offense based on the track record, the quarterback development in Josh Heupel and this coaching staff's previous years. But that's the question, guys. Can Tennessee really land Nico Iamaleava? Hit that comment section. Let me know your thoughts. What did you think? People calling Josh Heupel a lazy recruiter. Looks like they brought out everything for Nico. Pulled no punches. Hit that comment section. Let me know. That's going to wrap it up for this one. If you have not done so yet, please hit that thumbs up on the way out the door. Also, check out the official merchandise of the Talkin' VAWLS Network. I'll put the link to that in the description below. But that is going to wrap it up. This is the Talkin' VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go big.